Today we're making Chinese scallion bing, which is basically a fluffier scallion pancake that's made with yeast. First up, we need to make our yeast mixture. So I have 3/4 of a cup of warm water here, and I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. Mix it and let it foam up for about 5 minutes. Once it foams up, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Meanwhile, in a separate bowl, we're gonna add in 2 cups of flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. Create a little well in the middle, and then we'll gradually add in our yeast mixture. Mix it with chopsticks or a spatula. We are an Asian household, so I might as well use chopsticks. Mix it until it forms a dough. Time to get a little messy. Use our hands to form a dough that's not as sticky. Knead the dough a few times. You might need a little more oil to help with it. Cover it with a damp towel. Put it in a warm place for about an hour. Look at my dough. It actually rose. I had to knead it like 2 more times. Get some of the air bubbles out. And then I'm gonna take it and put it on my surface. We're gonna roll it into a rectangle that's about 1/3 of an inch thick. Add some sesame oil or neutral oil and just brush it across. Add some salt, white pepper powder, 5 spice powder, and feel free to omit this one, but because I like the flavor of garlic, I'm gonna put some garlic powder. Now you want about 3 to 4 chopped scallions or green onions, and because we want like a heavy green onion flavor, I'm gonna pack on as much as I can. Spread out the scallions evenly across the dough. Roll it from the long side, basically like a cinnamon roll. Roll it tight so there's not too much air bubbles in it. Pinch the ends together to close it up. This is quite a long log, so we're gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna stretch out a little because it's so thick. Roll it into a spiral, which I'm not doing a great job at. This is so thick. Tuck the ends underneath. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. A nice tight spiral, tuck the ends underneath like so. I have this basically a ball. I don't think it was supposed to be a ball. It's supposed to be more of a spiral, but it's okay. And now we're gonna flatten it into about like an 8-inch round. And if you don't want sesame seeds, you can omit this step, but I'm gonna rub some more oil on it. And I'm gonna sprinkle some sesame seeds. Don't forget to do the back side. Now we're gonna cover it, leave it in a warm spot for about 15 more minutes. Use a non-stick pan or a cast iron skillet. I am gonna use a wok just because I want the space of the wok. You wanna set it to medium heat and then put in some neutral oil. Now we're gonna put in our first thing. Cover it and basically let it steam because you wanna cook the inside for about 5 minutes, but you also wanna check on it just in case because you don't want it to burn on the bottom. And then we're gonna flip it. This one is very thick. Nice golden crust. We're gonna let it rest before we cut into it. But while we do that, we also have a second one that I need to pop back on here. This one I flattened out a little more. Same method. We're gonna cover it, let it steam, poof up, cook the inside, and then we're gonna flip it. Nice and golden. Second one. Let's cut into it. Wow, very nice and fluffy. Cut it however you like. I'm gonna cut it into basically pizza triangles. Make sure to check out part 2 for the taste test.